Okay, so I'm gonna do kind of a little, not really a review, but a recommendation on something that's very near and dear to my heart, video cables. So this is something that matters a lot to me because all of my, let's see if I can show you here, it's my lower quality front camera, but there's my leg. If you can see that, that is my cable run. So on all of my systems, I run these like 15-foot long cables, and I have the whole setup. So my USB, my video cables, my audio cables, everything are like 15 feet long, and by doing that, it lets me have this, the ability to move my systems around really easily, and that's important to me. There's nothing that bugs me more than short cables and being unable to move my system around because my cables are literally exactly the length and no longer. So good quality video cables are the hardest though. And are the thing that I typically put the most effort into obtaining. USB cables are pretty decent at this point if you buy name brand. Optical cables, same thing, pretty decent. But, so the brand that I've been kind of the most happy with is this. This is Adderine. They're just one of these no-name brands on Amazon, but they're not all equal. Some of these no-name brands are better. So the thing that you want to look for with these cables, assuming that the spec is what they say it is, you want the ones that say 8K on them. And it's the same thing with so this is a DisplayPort. It'll be the same thing with HDMI. Get the ones that say 8K on them. You're not going to be using 8K. I mean, I doubt you're going to be using 8K. I'm not using 8K. But what that is the cable has the bandwidth. I'm sure somebody's going to come on here and correct me and say, you have no idea what you're talking about. But I believe it's the cable, it's the bandwidth on the cable. And the only guess I have to this is that the cable has to be built, because you can tell how built this is. The cable has to be built to a higher quality standard to be able to push the amount of data in order to get the bandwidth that they're claiming on it. That's my guess. I could be wrong. Maybe there's more to it than that. Maybe there's an internal wiring structure or something. I don't know. But my best guess is it's just a cable quality thing. So you're gonna want the ones that say 8K on them. They should look like this. If you're going longer than like, I don't know, 6 feet or something, 8 feet, 10 feet, anything longer than that, maybe, I think the longest DisplayPort is certified for is like 3.3 meters or something. I don't know if they updated that, but last I knew, the longest that it was actually certified for was like 3.3 meters. So anything over like 3.3 meters, 3.5 meters, 10 feet, it's probably going to look like this if it's a high quality cable. If it's one of those super thin ones where it's like this, where it's like a DisplayPort that's the same as this USB cable, if it's something like that, chances are it was not built to the same standard. Because there's a reason these cables are super stiff and thick. It's the physical build of the cable. And then, as I said, I like Adderine. I have bought from other manufacturers that I've been happy with, but consistently the one that I order from that I am always happy with, for the most part, is Adderine. What else was I going to say about that? They're not perfect. Every so often I will get a dropout on one of my monitors, but it's a heck of a lot better than the stuff I've seen in the past. In the past, they were just useless. In the past, you would just get constant connect, disconnect, even though they would be like 15, 20 feet and they would claim they work. They didn't. These Adderine ones, I get like my that's a 4K 60 hertz Dell Ultra Sharp, and that is a first generation Acer Predator 38 Ultra Wide, and both of those monitors are running, I don't remember what length, but at least 15 foot DisplayPort cable and or HDMI cable. I think they're DisplayPort though. And it's been many months since I remember having a dropout on one of these cables. So you're not talking about daily or weekly. We're talking like once in a blue moon you get a quick dropout, and then it goes back to normal. So and that's as close to perfect as I think you're ever going to get for cables this long. I mean, I think this one might be 25 or 30 feet, and I've had good luck even with that length. Anyway, just another quick informative, if you're looking for these long cables, these are the things to look for. So, big beefy cable. I know it's kind of like saying your power splicer should be heavy, but I'm just saying, big beefy cable. It should look big and beefy. 8K. Those are the two things. 8K, big and beefy. And then, like I said, I'm happy with Adderine. I guess your mileage may vary on that, but that's who I've been happy with. So anyway, I hope you guys find this interesting, and I hope this might actually be useful for somebody, because this is actually one of those things I've spent tons of time researching, and nobody ever seems to have a real good recommendation. Even the video that LTT did on it, they only tested up to like, I don't know, 6 feet, 10 feet, something like that. They didn't test extreme length cables, and they said they spent like thousands of dollars on cables or something, and they didn't test extreme length cables. So I was like really disappointed in that. But anyway, thanks for watching.